beautiful Hawaii. My name is Deirdre. I'm an adventure junkie and a travel writer. I've been living here in Hawaii for a little over 6 months. About 2 weeks ago, then I moved out of my apartment in order to save on rent because I'm saving up for an upcoming trip. And so I moved on to this beautiful secluded beach on the north shore of Kauai, and in the process I ended up meeting a woman who has one of the strangest stories and most challenging predicaments that you can imagine. She is literally trapped on this beach because of her allergic reaction to smoke and various other toxins. She's unable to go into town because she'll have an intense reaction to all of the different things that are in the air there. So hang tight for a couple seconds and you will see an interview with Deirdre, the woman who is allergic to smoke. So explain to people your general situation here.
Oh, that's a complicated question. My general situation is that I have suffered from multiple chemical sensitivity for about 15 years. It has gotten progressively worse, in part because I was not able to find appropriate housing, and it has deteriorated to the point where I have been unable to find any housing that I could live in because my body reacts to all of it. So I made the decision about 1.5 years ago to live outside near the ocean so that I could have access to the cleanest air and the cleanest water in order to detoxify my body and lighten my load of toxins. So I'm living near the beach and I spend as much time at the beach and in the water detoxifying my liver as I can. I stand in the water 5, 6, 7 hours a day because my body can't detoxify itself, and the negative ions near the ocean are also very healing and some say very good for people with this condition. I tried this as a result of knowing 2 people who had this condition, not quite as severely as I, but they both healed themselves by living near the water and standing in the water, submerging their bodies in the water for a good part of the day.
So when was the last time you actually went into town?
I haven't gotten into town in about 1.5 years.
So you haven't been into town since you came to the beach?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, I am not able to travel in the car. I am very reactive to car exhaust fumes. My body gets very overwhelmed. I can't go into stores because of all the smells of the products in the stores, all of the people that I might contact with perfumes and lotions, cleaning fluids, cardboard boxes, a wide array of things that could send me into a variety of extreme uncomfortable reactions.
So when did you first learn that you had this condition?
I think it was about 1992, 93, something like that. I had suffered from Lyme disease and my immune system had gotten weakened as a result of treatment for that. And then I worked in American Express Tower, which at the time was a brand new building. So while I had a weakened immune system, I was exposed to brand new carpeting, brand new plastic, everything in the building, basically new building syndrome, a new building off-gassing somebody who's chemically sensitive became an issue. And I was also living in an apartment building in New York City that got renovated, and the lobby was being renovated, and all the fumes of the varnishes and the turpentines and the paints and everything they were using went through the ventilation system. So I had the combination of that and living in the new building.
And so how did you get to Hawaii, and describe what you had to do for the flight coming out here?
Well, I came here as a result of a series of, I would say, I left my apartment in Manhattan in 2003 and have been looking for a safe place to live since then. I lived in a variety of rentals that did not meet that requirement, and then my husband and I purchased our first home in 2006 at 100% financing, and we renovated one of the rooms with all porcelain tile and non-polymer grout to be a safe room, in the hopes that I would be able to hold up there and my body would be okay. That didn't work out because the prior owners were dishonest about pesticides they had used in the house, and that made me very, very ill. From there, we went to a rental in Arizona, which was also misrepresented and didn't work out. Then we went back to our house in New York, hoping that it would have been better after a couple of years. Someone started building next door, and we had used all our finances on alternative methods of healing from this illness, and someone was renting a house for a chemically sensitive person on this island, so we thought we would try it. We came here, and the house was okay. I had problems with the transportation from the house to the water. The owner needed the house back after 4 months, and we were unable to find a suitable rental here, and I kept getting sicker and sicker and sicker. And eventually I realized I had no choice but to live outside. So that's how I got here.
And explain how you get your food.
My husband and I rent a little cottage on someone's property about 15 minutes away, and my husband cooks for me 3 times a day and brings it back down to me twice a day, so that I can have warm food that my body can tolerate. It's about a 15-minute drive for him and about a 20-minute walk down to where I am each way. So, and he does all the laundry and with special soap and all of the shopping because I'm not able to.
And what kind of things can you eat?
Basically organic vegetables, vegetable juices, a little bit of animal protein. I don't really tolerate very much food at all. My body is very, very sensitive. Pure oil, olive oil, that's basically my diet.
And explain what the magnets are for.
Oh, the magnets, these were blessed to me. A doctor by the name of Dr. William Philpott invented these magnets. He's a doctor who works for NASA, and he resided in Oklahoma. And these magnets are different than other magnets that are more popular. And he has a variety of protocols for people with cancers, brain tumors, cataracts, liver problems. They pull the toxin through the liver that my body can't process on its own. And without them, I don't even know if I'd be standing here. They have helped me tremendously. The water does the same thing. The salt water pulls toxins through my body. So the combination of the two, if I don't stand here in the water on a daily basis, I am so overloaded with toxins I can't even stand up.
Describe experiencing the intense storms that hit Kauai a couple weeks ago.
That's pretty awful.
Well, first explain where you sleep.
I sleep on the beach on an organic cotton mat, which is very difficult to keep dry in this climate. And I'm allergic to tarps. I'm allergic to tents. There are products in those that cause me great distress. So what I have ended up doing is airing out a series of umbrellas for a number of months, and I put those over me in the rain. And when the rain gets really intense, I get wet. I've just kind of accepted that. The rain and the wind are pretty intense, and it's pretty miserable in a storm, and you just tell yourself, okay, I'll get through this.
And so why are the umbrellas better? Is it just because there's more air circulation?
There's more air circulation, and whatever is in the umbrellas seems to off-gas more easily. I don't seem to react to the umbrellas as intensely as I do the tarps or the tents. Tents are impossible.
Because you're in an enclosed space.
Yeah, and even tarps, we've tried airing out tarps for long periods of time, soaking them in the ocean, and still there's something in them that is problematic.
And so what have doctors said about your condition?
Well, I have been to so many doctors. First of all, I want to say I know many people with chemical sensitivity who have gotten better, and I understand their cases to be less extreme than this. I have had a diagnosis of an extremely unusual case. The detoxification genes in my liver are apparently missing. 5 of them are mutated. Most people with chemical sensitivity have challenges in 1 or 2 of the detox genes. So my case is more extreme, and the protocols that are used for chemically sensitive people basically have not worked on me. They've caused my body distress. And it took me until 2007 to find a doctor who understood that and explained it to me, and I was very grateful. And also, I have not had a lot of financial stability. We've used most of the money my husband has earned to try to find cures from doctors, and I have not had a home that was a really quote-unquote safe home. I've been told that, if I could build my own house that was extremely non-toxic and live in as unpolluted an area as possible, that my body could heal.
And so you just don't have health insurance now?
At the moment I have no health insurance, and I also just don't have the finances for building the kind of home I would need to build. And rentals are usually not set up for somebody with my level of sensitivity. And doctors basically gave up on me.
Even if you did have health insurance, what can they do?
They did what they knew, and since that didn't work, they just said, sorry, that's all I know. And you're not responding, so what can you do? So I took to the water.
And so basically your ultimate hopeful resolution is that you would be able to build this home.
If I were able to build a shelter that was appropriate for my body, even if it was just something like a 10 by 12 shelter made out of totally non-toxic material on a piece of land that is near the beach, so I didn't have to travel in the car very much, that I would be able to heal, because standing in the water and having a clean, safe place to sleep and get out of the rain and the mold and the would be a benefit.
lo merry blow you. Now you miss him true. Try and play him this last song, yeah. Toque me emoción. Harem.
Mary leva, ni sabe missing you turu. Nami wari tu mas lo you. Lompela time, mino kisimuan pela leta. By me make him one him now. Suppose you lose me by me and I'll get Mary leva you come now you say the same like flow me. Ni sabe salim ting ting time me round one time all mangi.